You ever noticed how even 2-minute video feels like a task now? Sitting down to focus, and I'm not even talking about getting some work in. It's not your fault, but ultimately only you are the one that can make something about it. Instead of getting high of garbage and calling it a relaxation, I challenge you to sit down and listen to what I'm about to tell you, because it might change perspective on a few things. Thanks to the dopamine, yes, the word that has been overused over the last few years, we struggle to sit in quiet because we are overstimulated. We are automatically reaching for our phones, and the real things that are supposed to feel good, the walks in nature, long conversations or finished projects, feel hard or boring because the threshold of dopamine has been pushed into the sky. Of course, you feel bored when your brain suddenly experiences withdrawal, and that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Fixing what's been broken, bringing the baseline down so you can actually enjoy your life, become happier, and enjoy every single day task just like you would originally when you were not overstimulated. Let me quickly introduce a simple analogy. The real dopamine, or the earned dopamine, the feeling that feels good but it's been earned through good conversation or finished project, workout, basically the opposites of what cheap, easy dopamine would feel like. You know, laying on your bed, scrolling, overstimulating your brain. You might feel like you're resting, but your brain is going crazy, you know. And these dopamine hits, are things that we are addicted to. Even I'm addicted to these hits. The only difference is I place my personality around being a high achiever. I try to earn as much those dopamine hits as possible, and I'm gonna explain exactly why it's important, why it's better to get the dopamine this way, and why getting the dopamine from this cheap stuff makes you feel bored, makes you enjoy your life less. You most likely experience the feeling of fried with all these things. Are inactive whole day and you feel like you don't want to do anything. Brain fogged, this feeling is what I'm talking about. That's what you get when you focus on cheap dopamine, or not focus or get consumed by the cheap dopamine, you know. If you start focusing on the real stuff, your mind will stay sharp. You will most likely feel much better, and the baseline will slowly go down where it's supposed to be. So you actually enjoy everyday activity. You're supposed to enjoy the real stuff. And you might be asking, how exactly are we going to do that? How exactly are we going to bring the baseline down? That we are actually capable of doing the hard things, going towards the earned dopamine. To reset the baseline, you gotta go through a period of stillness or boredom, or just have these moments throughout the day when you are just in the moment, present, focusing on your breathing, open and just in the stillness, not distracted, present. And you start to appreciate the smaller things, the wind blowing through your face, the smell of the air, fresh air, the looks of the nature, and all these great things that the nature has to offer, or this world has to offer. But unfortunately, sitting in quiet, experience the boredom, being in the nature is not yet enough. As long as you are still, overstimulating your brain, as long as you are over-consuming stuff, the baseline won't move. Yes, you might feel good occasionally, but you won't last in those moments. You won't appreciate those moments fully. And I truly feel you, because once you get introduced to this cycle, it's almost impossible to take control of it. It just consumes you and it's addictive. It's so freaking hard to get out. I found myself falling into that over and over again. Even though I've been through periods where I just had this withdrawal, I still kind of crave this quick, cheap thing, because it's an easy thing to do, right? What really helped me change the perspective, the way I look at stuff, holding like this count of creating and consume. How much stuff am I actually creating? And I would not say that this is relatable to someone who creates content. I would say this is relatable to anyone, because you can create a lot of things in life. You can draw, you can even working out, I would say. You're creating your best physique, you're creating your best version of yourself. So being active, creative, creating, producing something and consuming. How much content are you consuming? How many videos you're watching? How much time you spend scrolling? How much time you spend consuming what other people produce? I wish I could say I have it all figured out. I know how exactly this system works or how exactly I can avoid it completely. I'm still learning, I'm still trying to get better. All I'm trying to say is to share as much as possible as I learned along this journey, because we are in this together. We are all in this system of content, system of things that we are consuming. And as long as we don't learn how to correctly live with that without getting consumed, it's sort of a problem, you could say. So I'm just trying to share what I've learned, and hopefully some of this might be helpful to you guys. If you got any suggestion, if you got some system of yours you built up over the years we've been scrolling online, doom scrolling, feel free to put them in the comments. I will be very excited to learn something new. Great talking to you. I hope you find your stillness in this chaotic, unorganized, unpredictable world. I will see you in the next one. Take care.